The Mysteries of Leonardo da Vinci. A spiritual insight into a genius. Leonardo da Vinci is considered one of the greatest polymaths in human history. His works and writings fascinate not only for their technical brilliance and artistic beauty, but also for the mysteries that surround them. What was the secret behind his extraordinary mind? What made Leonardo a figure whose influence extends far beyond his time? One lesser-known but fascinating story about Leonardo recounts that he disappeared for a week during his youth. Allegedly, he spent this time in a cave near his home in Tuscany. This experience, it is speculated, might have marked a turning point in his life, a moment of inner transformation, a spiritual awakening that changed his perspective on the world and set him on the path to becoming the visionary we know today. His paintings, such as The Last Supper, and drawings like The Vitruvian Man, seem to hold more than meets the eye. They convey messages that transcend art, science, and spirituality. Leonardo's representations and writings reveal a profound connection to nature, an insatiable curiosity, and an almost mystical quest for the unity of all existence. The Cave, the origin of a spiritual transformation. A legend about Leonardo da Vinci tells of a week in his youth when he vanished. Allegedly, he ventured into a cave near his home, driven by curiosity, or perhaps an inner calling. This experience in the secluded darkness may have had a profound impact on him. The spiritual symbolism of the cave. In many cultures and spiritual traditions, caves symbolize transformation. They represent retreat, self-discovery, and rebirth. In the darkness of the cave, Leonardo might have confronted his deepest fears, a process often described in mystical teachings as a prerequisite for spiritual awakening. After this episode, Leonardo began observing the world with an unusual perspective. His studies of nature, anatomy, and physics reflect a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. He may have experienced a vision of the universe's harmony and unity during his time in the cave, a revelation that guided him throughout his life. The Last Supper, a painting full of enigmas. One of Leonardo's most famous and mysterious works is The Last Supper, created between 1495 and 1498. This painting, depicting the moment Jesus announces his betrayal, is not just a masterpiece of Renaissance art, but also a source of numerous theories about hidden messages. The symbolic arrangement of the apostles. Leonardo arranged the 12 apostles in 4 groups of 3. These groups might symbolize the Christian Trinity, but also resemble a choreographed representation of dialogues and emotions. Each group seems to tell its own story, while Jesus, at the center of the painting, exudes a calm, almost transcendent presence. Judas, the traitor in a new light. Unlike previous depictions, Judas is not isolated, but seated with the other apostles on the same side of the table. This could reflect Leonardo's message that good and evil coexist in every person. Judas holds the money bag, symbolizing his betrayal, but his portrayal is human, almost vulnerable. A prompt to reflect on guilt and forgiveness. Mary Magdalene or John? Another point of contention is the figure to Jesus' left. Officially identified as John, the figure's feminine appearance has led many to believe it might be Mary Magdalene. If true, this could be Leonardo's subtle nod to the role of the feminine in Christian tradition, a subject that was controversial in his time. The Vitruvian Man, harmony between microcosm and macrocosm. One of Leonardo's most iconic works, The Vitruvian Man, is much more than a depiction of ideal human proportions. It is a symbolic representation of the connection between humanity and the cosmos. The figure, inscribed in both a circle and a square, embodies the harmony between the body, mind, and universe. The spiritual dimension. Leonardo viewed humans as microcosms, reflecting the principles of the universe. The geometric perfection of the Vitruvian Man suggests that the world is not random, but governed by a higher order. For Leonardo, science was a form of spirituality, a way to understand the divine through nature. Leonardo's legacy, science, art, and spirituality. Leonardo was not only an artist, but also a scientist, engineer, and philosopher. He saw the world as a harmonious whole where every discipline was interconnected. His studies of anatomy, botany, and physics reveal a deep reverence for nature and a quest for universal truth. The fusion of mind and soul. Leonardo's life and work show that true genius arises not only from rational thinking, but from the ability to merge intellect and intuition, science and spirituality. This synthesis makes him a timeless inspiration. Conclusion. Leonardo da Vinci's message to humanity. Leonardo da Vinci remains an enigma, a man whose works and thoughts transcend his time. Yet when we look closer, we see not just the scientist and artist, but also the mystic. His possible spiritual transformation in the cave, the messages encoded in his paintings, and his understanding of the unity of all life leave us with a timeless message: harmony between humanity and the cosmos. Leonardo demonstrates that science and spirituality are not opposites, but complementary paths. His works invite us to see the world as a harmonious whole and recognize the connections between all things. The importance of self-discovery. Leonardo's life reminds us that true greatness stems from the ability to look inward. His mystical experience in the cave could serve as a metaphor for the journey we all must undertake, confronting our fears and seeking our inner truth, an invitation to transformation. Leonardo's legacy challenges us to push our own boundaries, intellectually, creatively, and spiritually. He urges us to see the world with fresh eyes and explore the deeper meaning of existence. Leonardo da Vinci remains a symbol of the limitless potential of the human spirit. His story inspires us to go beyond the visible, recognize the unity of life, and seek a truth that resides both in the mind and the heart. In Leonardo, we see not just the artist but the mystic, a man who opened the door to a higher reality and left us a light to follow. Thank you for being here. See you soon.